You see, guys, what the machine is? This is being done in Toronto, guys. In plain sight. Out in the open. A bunch of people are abusing and torturing one person who's microchipped. To feed off the microchip. I don't know what the, I've explained to you what's the reason why they do that. It's an economic engine to employ people who are useless. So they don't concentrate that energy and use it on something else that could threaten the powers that be. And to take out a strong person, for him, they call them undesirables, people that are functioning in society, because they'll compete with the powers that be, and they will have a special seat there where they can motivate the people to do the right thing, like a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King, for example. I'm not comparing myself to them, but I'm explaining to you of what the intention of what kind of people they want to create and turn them into a battery source. So this has been going on with me since '97. I was too stupid and gullible to see it back then because I was raised by design to be that way by my fake family. I'm an orphan. I was adopted into this family to specifically treat me in a certain way, to introduce me to this fake world when the internet was ready in the '90s and a microchip, so I won't notice the difference. Because if I was raised properly, I couldn't possibly be introduced to this world and I'll see something's wrong here. Why am I, you know what I mean? So that's what they've done to me. And now I woke up last year at 43 years old and I realized my family ain't my family. They've been abusing me covertly, not physically, but in a psychological and same thing that the cars and people do to me out there. My mother became schizophrenic all of a sudden in the mid-90s when I got microchipped, and her schizophrenia included moving and talking the whole time and opening and shutting windows and flushing the toilet and just creating noise and movement for me in the house, nothing more. And my own brother, so-called, he became a drug addict, just like Truman Show, his best friend's a drunk. It's a negative thing. So to create negativity in your life, disease, sickness, drug addiction, they're all fake. Both of them. They have a huge house. They have a rich life. They have hidden from me. They lived in this so-called housing apartment with me, pretending they're poor when I showed up. And when I wasn't in the country, they go live in their secret rich lives. And that's what they've done to me, pretty much. My own so-called family. On my mother's and dad's side, both of them are fake. I'm an orphan. I realized that last year when I woke up, and everything was true. And now they took off. They got scared. Nobody lives with me in the apartment anymore. And now I'm getting abused by the people on the outside. That's pretty much my life story. Other than that, it's been about a year. Actually, it's been exactly a year. I woke up last year in August. Here we go, another pacer in the middle of the night. So they come out of nowhere to create constant motion for you, for the microchip. You cannot have peace and be alone. You have to be made motion and noise to, even in the middle of the night. So you become a battery source, an energy source for these people to feed off, for them to have a reason to come out every day and move and do things. So they're not complete shit machines. You know what I mean? And they turn you into a shit machine, excuse my language, because everywhere you go, things go on pause. You have no life. Nothing happens. It's a stage. There's nothing real about it. You go to the hospital, there's not really patients and doctors there. It's a bunch of fake people. You're using a science to do the same thing to you that these guys are doing to you. So the patients, the doctors, and the nurses are all applying on you the same thing, all three of them. Moving too much, talking too much, shutting doors, opening doors, mistreating you to drain you of your energy and put you in trance. And they have a microchip linked to yours, so they know exactly when you turn and look at them, they feel the vibration, they have the need to move or to talk or whatever program is downloaded into them to talk to you about a certain subject. That's psychological warfare. That includes negativity, to keep you negative, negative, negative. That's also draining your battery in a psychological way. It's sick. It's mind-boggling. If you know the real truth of this, which I'm getting pretty much, I'm telling you guys a lot of information compacted into this 45 minutes of footage. It's mind-boggling, guys. It's mind-boggling. Every word I said to you, I could prove it. And the old videos, if you watch them on my channel, or if you talk to me, I could even explain it and prove it more. Tell you exactly where to look at what video and prove to you and answer every single question you have to prove to you that I'm microchipped. These people around me are all microchipped. This is not a normal setting. It's designed to be a machine around me, an energy source to be drained off. They use it to have function for these people, to improve the economy, for them to work, because none of them work. And they use a strong energy source like me to pin me against them and pin them against me. So we waste our energies on each other, not concentrate it and combine it together. And that will be too much energy for the powers that be, and it'll be danger to them. This is what they're doing. So pretty much, it's a way to take two strong energy sources and make them use up their energy on each other instead of focusing it upwards, you know? It's a form of control and domination on both parties, not just one. But one party's completely ignorant to it and it's making a living off it. It gets used to it and, you know, it becomes dependent on it, even though it's the one that's getting abused more than the battery source. So this is a nice compacted video to give you guys an idea, instead of me editing 46,000 hours of footage, something that could be seen in about an hour. And I've said a lot of words for you to explain to you exactly how this machine functions, which is pretty much an artificial kind of a setting that's masquerading as real life. This is how psychological warfare kicks in. It's also a shot. And it's a part of the machine to drain you of your energy, show you something you're deprived of, tease you with it. And I mentioned that in a lot of my videos, and I'm happy. I'm glad it happened right here in front of me. It came to me. I didn't have to go to the street to see it. So it's showing a guy waiting for his attractive girlfriend to come and see him. You guys know I'm deprived from that. Obviously, I can't have a real girlfriend being imprisoned. That's another tactic they use a lot of, which is beautiful. It just happened now. I couldn't have asked for anything better. The only thing that's missing right now is a bunch of wheelchairs, electric wheelchairs, a couple of dogs on leashes, canes. Those guys aren't going to come out in the middle of the night. What else? Let me try to remember. We've covered everything. This is an amazing video. Cars, you're missing a couple of bicycles. Maybe we saw one over there. Bright colored shirts, people wear. What else? Cars still parked over there. Drugs, mentioning drugs, doing drugs, or things that you had problems with in the past. If you love food, right now some guy will show up with a huge pizza, for example, will walk up instead of the girl or whatever. But those are all tactics that they use, pretty much. Sex, drugs, food. They're always being flashed in front of you at times where you seem to be stressed. At times, because this machine is meant to stress you out. All these noises draining you, frustrating you. And when we get stressed out and frustrated, we build up a negative energy on the inside. And the way to release that energy is either to hit someone or run, do exercise, or wanting to have sex. Or so that was supposed to increase that need, you know, to activate that chakra in a negative way. And I see a cat walking over there just to show you that it's the animals do. It's over there. You know what I mean? To create motion for you in that area. I know this sounds weird, guys, but they're all attached to this microchip. That's how it works. And
so this is the ghetto I grew up in. I want to take you guys into where I was raised in my Truman Show. This was my movie set. This place. This baby mama drama heaven here. Yeah, let's go. I'll take you guys to my old stomping grounds. Remember, I used to come in here, park over here, right here. Fully with permit, kiss my ass. I grew up here. You tortured me here. You see where the satellite is? That's my house. Okay, guys, here. I'm gonna go give you a tour. This is the house BC Housing tortured me in all my life. That's my room right there. I used to have to sneak in. Guys, this is my old house. This is the house I got tortured in. That was my room. That was my little brother's room. That's the kitchen. My mom used to have a little garden here that she never spend no time doing. She forced me to take care of it. But yeah, this is where they tortured me my entire life. This place. 1370, let me see if I remember. 1375, 45th and night. Yeah, I think we're 1375. I'll take you to the front. This is where they tortured me, guys. This is where they brought me and tortured me while they had their own little awesome houses, and they made me live in this ghetto by myself. Yeah, yeah. So back to the tour of the area. This is where they tortured me when they brought me from Africa. We lived here for a long time, from like 1994, 1995, 96 to like 2000ish. Yeah, 1372. I remember this. This is the living room right here. I was sitting here the day they told me my grandma went crazy in Africa and thought that everybody around them was fake. I was a little kid sitting on the couch watching Captain Planet, and that's when they told me my grandma went crazy because she thought she lived in a fake world. Guys, you see how they prepped me as a child my entire life? There used to be a basketball court here. Yeah, they had me live there while they had the expensive lives and stuff. And they tortured the shit out of me in this place, guys. This is my torture. I'll tell you guys a quick story. This is a hall. It used to be a hall where you do dances and dinners. I remember first time smoking, I was sitting on these stairs with 3 of my friends. Sad Yonan, who was there? Matthew, Lee Smith, Dean Smith, I think. My brother was having a party and we were all sitting here and they were all smoking. And they're like, Paul, try it. Not knowing it was all staged. My mom was standing right here behind this door watching us guys sit here. They were all smoking. I wasn't. They're like, try it, Paul, try it. So they passed it to me. My mom was standing there. She watched the whole thing. I took one drag out of it. I'd never smoked before. Coughed. This woman came in here, slapped me in front of all my friends that were sitting here. Yeah, I guess it saved me from smoking, but in hindsight, I didn't realize it was all set up. So this is the hood that tortured me. That made, guys, have you noticed that there's nobody around? And it was always like this too. I didn't clue in that I was the only one living here, and everybody was just a character on the show. They didn't really live here, right, guys? This is the place. 1372, 45th and night is where my Truman Show really took off, because that's when I was in like elementary school. My elementary school was right here, Fleming, and then my high school was John Oliver. So this is it. That was my parents' room. That window that looks like it's a crackhead. They just had me live here, and they had like rich houses somewhere in they still do now. But yeah, they brought me here. This whole place is a big experiment, guys. It's not actual people live here. It's not BC housing. Well, it's BC housing for experiment on trafficked children. Like, guys, look at it. It even looks like a movie set. It looks like a town that would be in a movie. Have you noticed? I've done 3 videos or 4 so far. Not a single person besides the little kid in red that's riding around in circles around me to make me think there's people. There's not a single person here, guys. Not all these houses are empty. Nobody will fucking live here in this garbage dump. This is where I grew up. This is where they brought me. This is where all the Truman Show torture started, guys. They tortured the hell out of me here. It's like going back to Auschwitz. You know, like going back to the concentration camp. They doing that because they don't want me to. Oh, I took your spot. This used to be my spot. When because they don't want me to do more. That's why. Ooh. Welcome to the Truman Show.